certainly end up very badly, getting torn apart by all of this fire. And the Tiger moving ahead. And we see the Tigers moving ahead, all of these riflemen. And we see now the Americans putting down an observation post. And we see these M18s ready to ambush this Tiger if it moves too closely. We'll have to see if they are detected first. German forces not taking cover. This could certainly end up badly. Riflemen, Grenadiers finding away, actually managing some kills, but that's again after 105 munitions, 150 munitions cost before they actually begin even doing something slightly effective. And I'd certainly not agree that's actually very cost effective at all. Riflemen moving in from the west, but have to stop under heavy fire. Now mortar rounds are coming in, and the Panther charging in alongside the Stu-42. Trichelleu apparently having managed to get out some veteran armor support out of the division, the Corps reserves, to actually support his Ostrom. We'll have to see if he throws that away or if he actually manages it all right. M18s moving in force, going to try and hunt down this Tiger. Will they succeed? The Tiger is certainly doing quite a lot of damage to these M18s, but they are certainly surrounding it, firing from all sides. Panther moving in alongside the Stu-42 to try and help. One M18 is already wrecked, at least the gun is, but the gun is quickly on lines due to field repairs. Another M18 wrecked. This Tiger might soon be lost. And we have a Pershing and a Sherman. This is certainly a lot of armor assets. Panzerschrecks and the Panther firing away. We see Blitzkrieg going off, increasing rate of fire and movement speed, but there will be a slight decrease in accuracy. But that matters not. What matters apparently to this is many shots, and this Sherman is out of control. Veteran 3 Panther taking on the Pershing. This is certainly going to be quite the duel, but rifle now moving in. Will we see sticky bombs? Yes, we will. Going off on the Panther. Will its armored skirts deflect them or not? Now turning away. Will the Pershing move in to try and fire away? This Panther is heavily damaged now, but no, the Pershing fires off at this Stu-42 and misses. Assault going off on these stormtroopers to try and get off a lot of shots. Rangers moving in, trying to get some bazooka shots off on the rear. Will they succeed? No, they are stunned. Pershing missing another shot on this Panther. This is bad. Will the Panther get out of there? And there we go. Damaged engine, main gun destroyed, and the Rangers wreck this Panther. This is not good. And now the Stu-42 is in dire straits itself without any armor assets. Volksgrenadiers moving ahead alongside these storms to try and retain some security on the situation. And further riflemen and Rangers moving in from the north. This is a very heavy push from the Americans. They are really putting everything they can down on this position. This is in fact also the regular hotspot on this map. The Tiger now moving in, heavily damaged, almost wrecked. Will the Hellcat? No, the Hellcat has been knocked out, but it's out of control and could continue. Pershing now moving in. Oh dear, who will get the kill on this magnificent tank? The engine is destroyed by this Hellcat. Oh, the Pioneers have been killed as well. And the M18 that is out of control is gone. Looks like the Tiger might survive. Main gun has been destroyed, but Hauptmann Voss is still there. The M18 moves in and goes out in a blaze of glory without actually achieving any glory. Hauptmann Voss is still there. His Tiger still remains defiant to the end. And this Pershing is trying to get out of there. 7 kills, heavily damaged. Taking a lot of damage, but not really managing any decisive armor kills. But certainly one Panther out. And a lot of wrecked M18s. This has certainly been a huge push from the Americans, and it certainly ended up very badly. Since one thing they probably did not count on was Trichelleu actually doing something to support his teammate, and finally he did it. And he's getting another Stu-42. This is a bit curious. Engineers rushing ahead to try and conduct some repairs on this Pershing. The Pershing being the core of the American armored forces, the one thing that can actually land a decisive blow against them now. Pioneers desperately trying to repair Hauptmann Voss Tiger. And now this Stu-42, Veterans with 3 armored skirts, MU-42, and of course the howitzer mounted on it, firing away these riflemen. M18 Hellcat moving in, trying to get the kill, and a shot penetrates, doing quite a lot of damage. Another shot though bounces off, and what is this? A Geschützwagen. Elements of the 21st Panzer Division has apparently been called upon to provide resources. And apparently it's the Stug Abteilung who has sent in some of the Stug's most interesting. Now moving ahead, also veterancy free, and the Geschützwagen has received some changes. For starter, its damage is decreased, and now the MG42 is requires veterancy 2 before it appears, but it is still effective though. And the Geschützwagen charges in, hoping to cause some damage, but the M18 gets out there. We have another M18 moving in, and these grenadiers are certainly exposed. Might get crushed or not, I'm not entirely sure, but this mortar will have to get out of there. Apparently it did not, and it is completely wiped out. Rangers charging in, dual MG42s firing away, apparently doing a bit again. But I'd certainly not agree that it should require 2 LMG42s before it actually becomes worthwhile. Anyhow, Stu 42 moving ahead again, and we see a bit of fighting here in the west. M18 just moving in. Apparently now the Germans have managed to secure all of the victory points despite heavy losses. And now the armored forces are moving in. Geschützwagen taking on this Pershing. The Pershing has gained veterancy 1. And now this Geschützwagen might be knocked down, in particular since there are plenty of engineers repairing. Why this M18 is not moving in to support, I'm not sure. Tiger now as well. Will this Pershing knock it out? Yes, there we go. Geschützwagen is wrecked. First armored kill. But certainly. And now the Tiger moves ahead. Hauptmann Voss leading the charge again. Firing away. Securing a nice rear hit on this M18. But the Pershing is also exposing the rear. This could easily end up badly. Engineers slain. Riflemen moving in from the west. This is certainly crumbling very quickly for the Americans. After that ill-fated armored charge, losing most of the tank destroyers. And now this Tiger is in the middle of everything, quite exposed. What will happen? Pershing firing a, but shot is bouncing off. The Americans moving in from the south, perhaps trying to cut off the path of the Tiger and sticky bomb it. M18 moving in as well, firing away. And there we go, riflemen from the south. Will they drop their sticky bomb payload and render the Tiger a lot less maneuverable? Taking a lot of fire. The Tiger still stands, but there we go, riflemen are close. Yes, looks like someone trying to drop sticky bombs. The engine is damaged, oh dear, and sticky bombs going off on the engine block. Continued shots against the Tiger. Immobilized and completely wrecked. Gaining these riflemen veterancy free from knocking out Hauptmann Voss's Tiger. The Hauptmann probably makes it out of their life, but really veterancy free is excellent, meaning increased accuracy, increased damage, and increased a lot. And Gaurav is apparently floating a lot of manpower now, getting the Tiger once more and getting a Puma. But the Germans have managed to secure the situation. Mr. Trichelleu is moving out to secure everything, while the Americans have been busy with Gaurav's heavy charge right into their territory. And we see another Panther being maneuvered in. And a bit of fighting here. This M18 charging in, apparently not expecting a Geschützwagen and a Tiger, and can certainly find itself quickly knocked out. Main gun destroyed, and it has very little health left. And we see a large American force moving in, numerous American riflemen with heavy veterancy, including the veterancy-free team. But the Tiger is there, and so is the Geschützwagen with its MG42, and forcing all the riflemen into a full retreat. Rangers nearby, but I don't think they will stand a chance. And we see a lot of fire being maneuvered into these Rangers, forcing them back, while this M18 now from Chomega moves in to try and provide some cover. Firing away at the Puma. Stu 42 blasting away, and this Geschützwagen taking quite a few shots from the front. Will it survive? Perhaps. It certainly tries to get out there. While the Stu 42 is killing a lot of Rangers. M18 moving ahead. These Grenadiers are not looking too helpful though against all this armor. The LMG-42 not really doing anything against this, but that's not their fault, and I'd certainly not expect that. Hauptmann Voss once more on the field as usual, and firing away at this Hellcat, and there we go, Hellcat wrecked. And we see further moving in from the south alongside this Pershing, which has been fully repaired, trying to flank all of this armor, and apparently not hitting anything. And very few points left for the Americans. They have certainly lost this fight, it seems. Despite Trichelleu's best efforts, indeed. And now further riflemen moving in, taking a lot of heavy fire. Panther, Stu and Tiger slaughtering all but one, and the Tiger delivers the killing blow. Pershing taking a howitzer shot, but coming out mostly unscathed. But now really getting focused down by all of this armor. A lot of damage, a lot of superior German armor, and Blitzkrieg going off by Gaurav, increasing the rate of fire for his Tiger, and this Pershing is probably going to be wrecked. There we go. The Tiger slaying the Pershing. So there you go. Americans do manage to try and take this point, but with very few points left, I doubt they will make it. And there we go. The American 1st Division has failed in their attempt to push out the remains of the 709th Grenadier Division, who with the help of the SS, the 21st and some other armored elements were able to push back the Americans. So I hope you enjoyed this match, and if you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends? And of course, let's not forget the lessons. The lessons being, don't be utterly static, don't just rely on support units as Trichelleu did. It could easily have ended up in a horrible defeat for the Wehrmacht, and it was only their luck that Gaurav was able to resist them, and Trichelleu actually suddenly did something useful that saved them. At the same time, don't just rely on tank destroyers solely. Be able to use cover. I mean, this charge here with only tank destroyers really ended up badly, since they were also then the primary recipient of all the firepower of the German tanks, which of course they can't really hold up to. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Imperial Dane saying cheers.